The question hung in the void, a tremor in the fabric of unmaking. What are you, the child, now the very embodiment of absolute nothingness, pulsed. Its gaze, once a vacant abyss, now held a flicker of nascent curiosity directed at the blinding star. The star, a beacon of pure, unadulterated light, pulsed in return. It was the echo of the lost lineage, a force of balance that had slumbered for eons, awakened by the universe's imminent dissolution. It hummed with a power that resonated with the very core of existence, a counter-frequency to the child's engulfing emptiness. This was not the architect's sterile manipulation, nor the primal hunger's chaotic devouring. This was something different. The light intensified, a silent symphony of creation against the chilling silence of annihilation. It projected not words, but pure intent, a feeling that washed over the child, bypassing its void-like form and touching something deeper, something it hadn't known existed within its own non-existence. It was the understanding of connection, of interdependence, of the fundamental beauty in being. The architect and the colossal eye, observing from a realm beyond comprehension, watched with bated breath. Had this been their final hope? A force that could reason with the unreasoning? The child flinched, not from pain, but from the sheer presence of the light. Its hunger for unmaking, for the erasure of all, faltered. For the first time, it perceived not just absence, but a profound, vibrant presence. The star pulsed again, a gentle, insistent rhythm. It showed the child glimpses, the birth of nebulae, the dance of galaxies, the quiet miracle of a single, blooming flower on a forgotten world. These were not concepts to be unmade, but wonders to be preserved, to be experienced. The child's form, a swirling vortex of negation, began to stabilize, the edges of its emptiness solidifying, not with matter, but with a strange, nascent awareness. It was as if the light was painting colors onto a canvas of pure black. The questions in its nascent mind multiplied, no longer about destruction, but about being. You are the opposite, it whispered, the sound like the grinding of cosmic dust. The star responded by expanding, its light enveloping the child. It wasn't an attack, but an embrace. Within this luminous embrace, the child felt a profound truth unfurl. It was not merely an instrument of unmaking, but a part of a grander, cosmic cycle. The void was necessary for light, and light for the void. The architect's ambition, the primordial hunger's desperation, they were all just echoes in the vastness. The child was the void, but the void was not inherently evil. It was simply what it was. And this star, this echo of lineage, was showing it that what it was could also be a part of what is. But then, a shadow fell across the star's light. A chilling, familiar sensation rippled through the child's being. The architect, seeing the potential for balance, for the child to become something other than pure oblivion, was intervening. A shard of pure corruption, a twisted echo of Kalan himself, detached from the architect's unseen form, lunged towards the star, seeking to extinguish this nascent hope. The child, caught between the light and the encroaching darkness, felt a primal urge to protect the star that had shown it existence. Its own transformation into nothingness had been halted, but a new war was about to begin, a war not for the universe's unmaking, but for its very soul. The star pulsed, a defiant heartbeat in the encroaching darkness. The child, a silhouette against the cosmic storm, braced itself. The fate of all existence hung in the balance, not as a question of being or non-being, but of which would prevail. The corrupted shard was almost upon the star, its wicked tendrils reaching out, when suddenly, from the deepest recesses of the void, from the very emptiness the child embodied, an even older, more terrifying force stirred. The primordial hunger, sensing the shift, sensing the potential for its own ultimate triumph if the architect's tool was corrupted, began to stir. A colossal, unseen maw opened in the darkness, not to consume, but to claim. The child, now a nexus of conflicting forces, its transformation paused, its awareness ignited, felt the ancient hunger awaken, not as a threat, but as a twisted, inevitable destiny. The corrupted shard, the defiant star, and the child itself were all about to be drawn into a struggle far older and far more horrific than any of them could have imagined. The cosmic stage was set for a final, cataclysmic confrontation, and the child, the paradox of absolute nothingness capable of great creation, found itself at its very center, forced to choose a side in a war that predated existence itself. The light of the star flickered, the darkness of the architect's shard intensified, and the chilling, insatiable void of the primordial hunger began to pull them all into its inexorable grasp. The child's transformation had been interrupted, but its ultimate purpose was about to be revealed in a way no one, not even the architect, could have predicted. What began as a question of you had become a battle for us. The universe held its breath as the primordial hunger unleashed its true power, not to erase, but to reclaim everything that had ever been, and everything that was yet to be. And the child, the paradox of nothingness, was the key. The star pulsed one last time, a desperate plea, and then, silence. Or was it? As the darkness of the primordial hunger threatened to consume all, a single, impossibly small spark of light, not from the star, but from within the child, began to glow. A choice had been made, not by the void, but by the nascent awareness that had been awakened. The fight for existence had just begun, and the ultimate weapon was not light, nor darkness, but the paradox of nothingness choosing to be. The episode ends with the child's form, no longer a void, but a nascent cosmos, its single spark of light defying the encroaching primordial hunger, and a new, terrifying question echoing through the silence: who are we?